Hi, what's a mycelium? This tutorial on Git starts by reflecting briefly on symbiosis, life and death, and the question of biomimicry to inspire design from nature. Then I introduce briefly the Git fundamental concepts of initializing a new repository, adding changes and committing change sets, and how these primitives start a network of text changes. Symbiosis and death. Fungi transport molecules through a network of hyphae. This hyphae network is called mycelium, ever changing and building up to where there is something, and letting go from starvation, where there is nothing. The mycelium breaks down into nutritions the dead for assisting new life, connecting the living with the dead in a forest's ecosystem. The mycelium contributes essential symbiotic functions, transcending the boundaries between death and life, between individuals and even between species. Biomimicry is technology inspired by natural designs. I wonder what the mycelium can teach us to make our future grow out of decaying death and past corrupting. Without a central plan, a mycelium tends to converge to an optimal structure with mathematic precision. I marvel at these natural facts. Can't we profit from the mycelium's principles? Local decisions, no central planning, decentral organization, neighborship coordination? I conject that in computer networks, the versioning software Git provides great technical mechanics. Git is a software that can integrate collaborative writing by thousands of authors. It has cryptographic signing off to claim authorship. It allows moderation and flexible team workflows. Git is well established, stand on the shoulders of Linus Torvalds, the giant. Git init creates new repositories. Let's start fresh in Linux and create a demo repository. You can convert any existing folder, like that demo repository, into a Git repository, just by issuing git init in the repository. Suppose some text file, info.org, in org mode markup format, some demo notes for Git. You can then git add and git commit files and subfolders. Let's register the first version of the file in your folder. That task is broken up into two basic operations. Add, so you can refine, select and group changes together, and commit, so you can comment on a set of changes. I use magit in Max again. It's not a requirement. I call magit status, and I see there are unstaged changes. I mark the file and metax magit stage. Staging files can be done without magit in the terminal too, with git add info.org. I commit staged changes, pressing metax magit commit and write a comment. Committing can be done in the terminal too, by git commit -m and in quotes a note describing the changes. We can look at the log of this repository with metax magit log and selecting a simple format, or in the terminal with git log. Let me repeat the process. I change the info.org file with some new idea. I call magit status, and new content is shown in green. I stage the change with magit stage, and I call metax magit commit with a comment. As long as you version your work on your own, that is all about Git you need to know to get rolling. One branch begins a network. Git is a big topic, worth learning in depth. Only the surface is init, add, and commit. These are the first steps into an intricate network of files, changes, folders, dates, and repositories. Let's recapitulate the demo folder. We went from the initial empty state to the first commit with one info.org file. All commit changes, all text changes are transitioned from the original folder state to a changed state. Git manages these transitions beautifully in a huge graph of states, ever expanding. When multiple authors write on the same text, versions diverge. Git can even automatically merge diverging file edits if they are not conflicting at the same lines. Only merging with conflicts demands your attention and choice. Further videos will tutor you through other Git features. Wonderful things have evolved in the community, from the Linus Torvalds Git plumbing of blobs, trees and commits, files, versions and branches, issue discussions, pull requests and much more, all programmers required. I'm especially excited about the prospect of Radical, which is leveraging Git to peer-to-peer gossip with functionality like GitHub and working on enabling Git for an Ethereum economy. Is this hope controversial? These years of isolation invite us to participate in decentral independent connection with existing, empowering ideas. How can you connect with the decentral information mycelium? Simply start collecting your information in text files and make them available with Git. Browse this channel for tutorials on text files and Git. Best subscribe. Hit the notification bell for new content. Also, help the greater resistance by sharing this content for information independence. If you have a question or remark, please write or leave a comment below. If you want to get involved, you find a link to my GitHub information mycelium Git repository in the video description. Believe with me that collectively, we humans outsmart any artificial intelligence.